Plaintiff Dennis Buscarino Grady says he's transgender, female to male, and he started transitioning during the last year of high school. Dennis claims he and the defendant were married, but it only lasted 3 years because the defendant cheated. Dennis is suing his ex for breach of contract. Defendant Stephen Grady says he first met Dennis when he was a woman named Denise, and he says their marriage ended because Dennis cheated on him with a straight woman. Stephen denies owing Dennis for anything.
Start with you.
Okay, well, I'd like to say that I'm transgendered, female to male. In high school, I was punched in the head. After high school, I was driven off the road. Met Stephen shortly.
When did you begin to identify as a man?
I started transitioning my last year of high school, so 12th grade.
And that's when you started harassing you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, and when did you meet the defendant?
I had met Stephen after high school through a mutual friend, and we were friends. He knew of me before I transitioned, and he knew me during transitioning and after transitioning. We dated for a little bit, and that didn't work out, but we ended up meeting again, and things moved really quick. He accepted me for me, and he's funny and charming, so I fell for him, and we ended up getting married. And
When?
We got married in 2006 in Georgia. Ended up meeting again, and things moved really quick. He accepted me for me, and he's funny and charming, so I fell for him, and we ended up getting married.
Plaintiff Dennis Buscarino Grady is suing his ex-husband, who claims Dennis cheated on him with a straight woman.
How did that go, your marriage?
It was tumultuous in a way.
Why?
Because I drank. I had a drinking problem, and he ended up cheating on me. And we always said, well, I said, if you cheat on me, we're done. So our marriage only lasted about 3 years.
Okay, let me hear from you.
Well, Your Honor, as you said, we dated back in the day. I knew Dennis as Denise in high school. Like any relationship, we had our ups and downs. We eventually parted our ways. We rekindled in 2006, and we got married. Went to New York. During my professional career in the military, Dennis had to scale back and really had to be a female, for public sake, because there's a lot of criticism. It was shortly after that that Dennis admitted to me that he had feelings and was in love with a woman. She shortly after abandoned me and left me and went to Georgia, where he was with this woman, and I was left in New York by myself. What? I mean, he cheated on me. The woman was non-lesbian and non-transgender. It was a straight woman. It was a straight.
Your Honor,
a woman. It was a woman who fell for Dennis.
That true?
No, Your Honor, that's not accurate at all.
Who was she?
What?
Who was she?
I didn't ever cheat on him.
Who is she?
Who? I don't know who he's talking about, Your Honor.
Oh, Sherry,
I
don't
got
lie.
family.
Why did it take you that long to answer?
I got family.
What's her name?
It was Sherry, Your Honor. Don't lie.
She lived in Ohio, Your Honor.
Yeah,
and where
she
you
didn't
live?
ever live in Georgia.
That's bull.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's why I found out she was in Georgia.
We were friends, and that was it.
Yeah.
She was in a relationship. She was married.
Yeah, that mattered to her. That's why she was in Georgia with you.
She was never in Georgia with.
Okay.
Where's she at now?
I have no idea. We don't talk.
When did you break up?
We weren't never together, so we never broke up.
Okay, yeah, that's why she was living with you. Mm-hmm.
What was she doing living with you?
Okay, she did live with me in Alabama.
Thank you. I know.
And the truth comes out, Your
In
Honor.
Alabama, not Georgia.
You know I know how to pick through it. You know, all you need to bring them to me and I'll pick through them lies just like that.
There you go.
Give me a couple of minutes. He was hard for a second, but we caught him up. Go ahead. What you suing him
Alabama,
about?
wasn't married.
What's the lawsuit for, sir?
I had lent him $1,500 to get a vehicle and
When?
February 27th of 2014.
Okay.
He was
2014.
Yeah, he was trying to get on his feet. He has a son with the person that he cheated on me with.
I did not cheat on you.
Okay, yeah. So I was trying to help him out. Nobody would give him a loan.
I believe you. You ain't done nothing to this man. You the cheater. You ain't done nothing.
Nobody would give him the loan, so I
Come on
did.
now.
No.
Have you not?
No.
You got me out here by myself. Go ahead.
No, I
I
didn't.
think that
cheat.
says it all, Judge
No.
Mathis.
Yeah, it does. I'm with you now.
So I gave him the loan, and he signed a promissory note. I thought that because he signed a promissory note, we got it notarized and everything. I thought, I trusted him.
This is after the marriage?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, this
after
is
the divorce? You all
Yes,
had your
sir.
divorce
Yes, sir.
completed?
Yes, sir.
All right, because
Yeah.
otherwise it would have been marital property. If this was after the divorce, this is something totally new and it's a binding contract. You have the agreement there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, what do you say?
Thanks.
Well, before the divorce, Dee had gifted me a car. He had a blue truck. He gifted me a car, and so once the divorce rolled around, he got the house, the cars, everything, left me with nothing. So he took back the car that he had given me. When I had asked him for the $1,500, it was to get a car, but honestly, I got shafted. So
You got what?
I got shafted in that deal, and so left me with nothing. I needed a car. He did help me, but
Well,
I don't-
did you all have a hearing with the judge for your divorce? Or you all had an agreement?
we had an agreement.
Well, then you shafted yourself. Well, you allowed yourself to be shafted. She doing living with you.
Okay, she did live with me in Alabama.
Thank you. I know.
And the truth comes out, Your
In
Honor.
Alabama, not Georgia.
You know I know how to pick through it. You know, all you need to bring them to me and I'll pick through them lies just like that.
Plaintiff Dennis Buscarino Grady is suing his ex-husband, who claims Dennis cheated on him with a straight woman.
And so what's your defense though? I know, are you saying I'm not going to pay him because he shafted me during the divorce that I agreed to? I agreed to the splitting of the assets, whatever that might have been, splitting of the debts. So give me the defense to this, which occurred after you got shafted.
Well,
So you were trying to shaft him. You're saying, give me $1,500, I'm going to say I'm going to pay you, but I'm not.
I honestly, yeah. I mean, he helped me, but then again, in the end, I ended up with nothing. So I really feel that,
All right,
I
well,
don't owe him.
sir, I must enforce this agreement. And I think the only way you can get out of that is come on back home. We're going back home. You want him back home? Gonna let him in? He left, he said he gonna leave the light on. Better get on over there. 1,500 is your judgment. Have a good day.
He can say what he wanted, but
He
I
did cheat
never
on
cheated.
me. He's got a son, and that can be proven from our divorce date to how old his son is. So,
No,
yeah,
that's not true.
I never cheated on him, but that's his lie. He's gonna keep telling it. So,
Well, you can say what you want, but I never cheated.
Plaintiff Rose Clark was friends with the defendant's wife, and after they divorced, the defendant hired Rose to redesign a room in his home. Rose claims after working together, she discovered the defendant was arrogant and controlling, and she's suing him for unpaid wages. Defendant Timothy Berry says when he hired Rose, she agreed to help him out as a friend and within a strict budget. But instead, she billed him for 39 and a half hours of work for a tiny bedroom.
Start with you.
I've known Mr. Berry for several years, probably about 8 years, and I was really good friends with his wife, and that's how I got to know him. And
His wife still alive?
yeah, but they're divorced now. So on October 31st of last year, he invited me over for a consultation because he had another house now. And he hired me to redesign one of his rooms, and he wanted it to be made into an entertainment/guest bedroom.
Okay.
So at that time, we briefly discussed payment, and
How was he as a friend over the years?
Oh, well, he was a lovely person. I mean, I just thought the world of him. But then, after working with him for that month and towards the end of it, I found out that he wasn't who I thought he was, and in fact, he was very arrogant, self-centered, and egotistical.
Your Honor,
yes.
excuse me, we did not discuss payment that first day. I just want to clarify that. I know you'll give me time to speak after, but we did not
You can
discuss.
speak now. Give me some background on your friendship with her, your association,
Sure. Well,
anything else
it's
you want
nice
me to
that
know.
you mentioned the word friends, because pre-divorce we were friends as couples. We got along fine. I had asked her if she would come help me update this particular
When?
room. This was last year, November,
Okay.
right around Thanksgiving, between November and Christmas. I'd asked her if she would come, if she was interested in helping me update a room. We'll start out with the smallest room in the house. It was 10 by 11, 11 by 12, right around there, turn it into a game room. But I had some stipulations. I know her from working on the previous home. It was a much bigger home. I had a much bigger budget. I had a different job. I have a much smaller income. So I asked if she was interested in helping me as a friend, would she be able to do it simple, and would she be able to do it within a strict budget? And she assured me, yes, that's not a problem.
Plaintiff Rose Clark was hired to redesign a room in the defendant's home, and she claims after they started working together, she discovered he was arrogant and controlling.
I'll let her tell me about why she's suing you, and then you have to defend yourself.
Okay.
But
Okay, he doesn't even have the right dates. The date was October 31st. That was the first consultation. In fact, he was thinking about selling that house, just staying there for maybe 4 or 5 years, and he wanted to reap the benefits. So I walked through his entire house with him, giving him lots of ideas because he had lots of questions, because that house really did need a lot of work done to it in order for him to sell it at a good price. We briefly discussed that. I told him, I have it right here, that this is my list of services.
please.
Thank you.
And in the second section, it shows that I charge $29.99 per hour for shopping. However, for him, since he was a friend, I mentioned to him, Tim, I'll do it for you for half price. So I was going to do it for $10 an hour, which is totally unheard of in the interior design industry. And I am a formally educated interior designer, and I have work of like CAD and illustrations and a lot of different
Where do you live?
Where do I live? Right now I live in Munhall, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Pittsburgh.
Well, so, okay. I honestly was going to see if after this case I might have contemplated engaging you. I really
Okay.
am redecorating my apartment here.
All right, I'm
And
ready.
I refuse to allow my wife to participate. I want to be able to do something for myself. Now I got this little small apartment. I stay here in Chicago when I'm taping, and I'm decorated the way I want to. Were you available, it would be
I'd
you
be
and I would
happy.
be decorated
Yeah, I'd be happy
the
to
way
help
we
you.
wanted to.
Well,
So you did these things, and when you ask for your money, what has he said?
well, I spend so many hours on this because I did it exactly the way he wanted me to do it. And he's very controlling, and I never did a job this way before. What I usually do is I use this as
You
evidence.
see that? What is that?
Your Honor,
This is my interior design consultation.
What's that, sir?
This is a 10 by 11 room. This isn't an entire home.
Which
I
made
wanted
it
it to
more
be as
difficult.
simple as possible. Some of the things that she said is not accurate. She didn't explain her fee going for at the very first day,
Ma'am?
at all, because I told her that I couldn't afford professional services.
$10 an hour.
If I had a huge pay
You're
cut,
telling me that, but I don't see anything in writing.
right? We have no contract. That's the thing. We didn't. I didn't sign anything.
Give me one thing where he says he's going to pay or that he agreed to pay.
Okay, got it
All right,
right
sir,
here.
you give me your side of it with regard to what
We
was
began
the
as
agreement.
when she says I have the date wrong, I probably do.
Okay.
We began as friends. I thought this was going to be a friend thing. I reached out to try and reconcile, to try and pay something that I thought was reasonable. No one spends 39 and a half hours decorating one room. When she says I'm controlling, if you consider me saying that I need 5 items for this room, okay, that's controlling. It's 10 by 11, 10 and a half by 11.
And you
What made it
It's the
so-
smallest bedroom.
39 hours?
39 and a half.
Because of the way he wanted me to do it. He wanted me to start with Craigslist. So that's
I wasn't going to tell her how to do her job. I
Yeah.
just said I needed 5 items. That was it.
No.
She could go down the street and pick it up
I
somewhere.
have proof right here, Your Honor, of everything.
Of
to
what?
show you. Well, here's the part about
But do you have
The
work
350?
product? Can you show me work
Yes, Your
product
Honor.
of 39 hours?
39 and a half.
'Cause
Yes, Your Honor. You
that's
have
what
to.
happened.
yes.
Let me tell you what we do as lawyers, and your profession is no different than lawyers. Hold on, because you get paid by the hour.
Right.
Absolutely.
So what
Right.
happens with lawyers when there's a conflict, when the client says, I think you're overcharging me, we have to provide them with work product. So what do you have showing the billing
Your Honor.
Well, this is just a little part of it.
and any agreement up front
Yeah.
or even afterwards where he says, I will pay you a certain
have
amount?
that.
Let me hear from you now, sir. You wanted to show me something.
Well, I have I have the information that she sent me, and I really thought it was comical. So these are the 39 and a half hours, and
Let's
this
see
is
it,
the
please,
detail.
Doyle.
The first 3 days, just the first 3 days, she researched Craigslist for 7 hours on one day. The very next day, she researched Craigslist again for 6 hours. Another one, 7 hours. We're talking in 3 or 4 days, she spent over 20 hours.
And I explained, because I have proof of everything. And here's,
Hours work for Tim Berry. October 31st, what do you have for that? You say you did 3 hours. What did you do on the first day for 3 hours?
oh, well, that was the consultation.
We walked around and had
Usually
glasses of wine, Your Honor. She's charging me for my bottle of wine that I
No,
gave
no.
and shared with her husband,
No.
herself, and myself, walking around the house
To win your business.
to win my business.
No.
Right. I was giving advice
No
and
judging
saying what
that.
I wanted to do to the home.
be a good
What did she
lawyer.
think?
How about November 1st, 7 hours? That's the very next day. What'd you do for that, man?
Okay, that's when I started on Craigslist. And I have a list
And
of...
you were on there for 7 hours?
Yes, I was.
Let me see your work product for 7 hours on
May I
Craigslist.
explain?
I can see it. I'll look and I'll be able to see.
Plaintiff Rose Clark was hired to redesign a room in the defendant's home, and she claims after they started working together, she discovered he was arrogant and controlling.
How about November 2nd to 6 hours? What did you do then?
November 2nd. Let me
The
find-
very next day, you charged you for 6 hours.
Oh, okay, I did.
3 days after that, you charged him for 7 hours.
Okay.
Next day, 5 hours. Next day, 8 hours.
What happened was he wanted Craigslist first. Then he decided he didn't want to go through Craigslist. He wanted me to go through Wayfair.
All right, tell me what else you did other than look for the
Okay,
items.
this is part of the process. So
Tell me
give
first.
this to-
Tell me.
Okay. I looked through 1,944 sofa love seats, sofas.
You
sofas,
looked at how many, ma'am?
1,944, and that's even after the filters. I, like you filter out
What is it you want to
colors.
do, sir, with this? You want to pay her a little,
I'm
sir?
sorry?
Do you want to pay her something, don't you?
I would. Yes, I would.
All
I
right.
absolutely
Can
would.
we-
But I think that is the number that she originally gave of 350. I think is outrageous.
How much?
She gave the original number of 350.
You're fine with that?
No, I think that's
How much,
outrageous.
sir?
For me,
Yes.
$100, $150.
Oh my gosh.
Did you ever offer him $350? Did you ever request $350?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right,
and
well,
I
we're
had
going to
it-
stay with that, ma'am.
I had it right here.
Ma'am, what you just told me is very unreasonable, very unreasonable that you would go through 1,000 couches. That is very unreasonable.
Your Honor,
and no one should have to pay for that. You viewing 1,000 couches to come up with one. $350 is your judgment. Have a good day.
Plaintiff Tracy Rogers says the defendant is her son, and she did the best she could to make sure he got an education. Tracy claims she bought the defendant a keyboard, a foot pedal, and an Apple Watch, but he has failed to repay her, so she's suing. Defendant Isaiah Rogers says the plaintiff was unstable when he was a child, and she didn't have enough money to give him the things he needed. Isaiah insists he never agreed to repay his mother for anything.
Start with you.
I'm suing my son. He wanted me to get him a keyboard. I bought him a keyboard, and after that, he needed a foot pedal for the keyboard. He's a musician. And so I went on and did that for him because he's a musician. And he asked me for an Apple Watch. I bought him an Apple Watch. None of these have been paid back. He told me he would pay.
I didn't hear you say it was a loan.
Well, they were loans.
He agreed?
He agreed to pay me back.
Before?
Yeah,
Before
when
you
I
purchased them?
Yeah, because he told me he would pay me back. That's why I purchased the item.
Okay. When did he say he would repay you?
He said he would.
When did you get them for him?
Around December, I got the foot pedal, but I got the keyboard before
Okay.
the foot pedal around.
December of 18, and got it for him then. When was he to begin repaying?
His birthday, which is February.
All right. And has he paid you anything since
Nothing.
then? All right. When you've asked him, what has he said?
He doesn't have a job, or when he gets a job, he's gonna pay me back, or you know.
Did he have a job when you loaned him the money?
No, and that's when
So
he
how
was,
did you think he would be able to pay you back in February if he didn't have a job?
because he's a musician, he plays for churches, he does make money.
Then he does have a job. All right. That's a job.
That's a job.
Go ahead. Let me hear from you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. Now, you know, me and my mom have a good relationship. You know, when I had turned 9, I kind of moved away from my mama due to she was kind of, you know, things wasn't working out right.
Wasn't working out for who?
Wasn't working out for both of us. You know, I was growing up probably about 8. She was kind of, you know, unstably on her finances, just, you know, trying to get things together. So I moved away with my family for some time. I came back
From your family?
Yes, from my family.
Where'd you move with?
I moved to Atlanta.
Who'd you live with?
I live with my auntie.
Okay.
I live with my uncle in Louisiana.
Because your mother couldn't afford?
Just because I was a burden on, yeah, just not that she was poor, just as...
She wasn't poor?
No, she wasn't poor. It just as me and as growing up and she didn't really have a backbone, you know, dealing with me.
Backbone for what?
Like supporting me, giving me things that I need.
Like what?
Like in school, like clothes-wise, shoes.
She had the money and just wouldn't get it.
Nah, she had bills to pay.
She couldn't afford to get you the things? Mm-hmm. That means she's poor, sir. If you can't afford clothes on your back, that means you're poor.
Yes, sir.
So you moved because your mother was poor?
Yes.
All right. Did your aunt get you clothes?
Yeah.
Then why'd you move from her? Your aunt. Because remember, you moved from your aunt too. Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, I wanted to be back with my mom.
She had clothes for you by then?
No, I already had.
Plaintiff Tracy Rogers is suing her son, who claims Tracy was unstable when he was a child.
Go ahead. So you moved away.
I moved away. Okay, I moved away. I got the clothes, so I moved back. So now,
right.
So now I'm ready to start school. So now that I got the clothes,
I wish you'd have told me that 50 years earlier, because my mother didn't have any money either, and I had to take some hand-me-downs from my big brothers. I wish I'd have known. I could just move out, go with my aunt, get some clothes, and come on back.
Come on back. Yeah. So when I did move back, due to the fact that I did have clothes, I was acting up in school because I didn't have a father figure in my life.
Because what?
I didn't have a father figure in my life, so you know it kind of led to some things. I moved with my dad when I was like 15 to Houston. I moved with my father. I moved back when I was 17 due to I wasn't going to graduate in Houston.
Why?
They schools, the way they have their schools set up, people that I went to school with ain't graduate. Some people I know right now.
What was
graduate.
it set up like that kept people from graduating? No one graduated?
The way they had they STAR test set up, they wasn't helping the students as
Did
much
anyone graduate?
Not really. That's why I moved back to graduate my mom.
Let me hear from you what you suing him for. Nobody graduated. Go ahead.
My son did move back home.
School's still open, but nobody graduates. Go ahead, ma'am.
So he did move back home, like he said.
Sounds like you did a good job in making sure that you did your part, and that is provide for him. You just didn't buy the right clothes. He wanted Gucci.
Right.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Well, when he did come home, I got him into an all-boy charter school, which he did graduate from, made sure he graduated. And after he graduated, he decided he wanted to go back down to Texas, so that's where he went.
So it sounds like you did a better job than his father.
I did the best I can.
Who he said he needed a father in his life or a man in his life, and that man messed him up. According to him, he said the man put him in a situation where he could not graduate. That man put him in a school where nobody graduated. All right, and then he came back and you put him in a school where people graduate.
Yes.
And he did graduate.
He graduated,
All
yes.
right, now how do we get to the loans? You did tell him that he was to pay, and he says what? What did you tell her when she asked you to pay for these things? Or did she ask before she bought them for you that you repay her?
I didn't repay her.
I said, did she ask you whether you would agree to?
She asked me to repay her at a point in time, but I didn't have it like that.
Okay, that's your only defense? You didn't have it?
I didn't have it.
Okay, that's not a legal defense. All right. Did you go any further than the high school?
Oh, nah. I just stick with my... I was thinking about getting into Barber College, but due to I don't have a backbone in Houston, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to work some things, but I'm trying to get in Barber College.
Okay, you play at churches though, right? Yes, so you have a talent. Mm-hmm. All right, well, pursue that. That's a good talent. Yep. Don't you all make like $500 a Sunday? The folks I know who play for churches, you don't want to tell it because you know you're making money to pay your money. That's what they make, ma'am. So you do have a skill and you do have a job. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You got all these excuses not to pay your mother. Come to find out you got a talent that you're using and you're making money off of. Pay your mother her money, $1,500.